Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an author, speaker, and proud father. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. Women are hurt by trick hole relationships. Now, ladies, y'all know your Uncle Rom. You know your Uncle Rom gonna just be raw with you because, I gotta tell you the real deal out this joint. And don't act like y'all don't know about trick hole relationships. Let's just be real. This is just a reality out here in general. There are a lot of women hooking up with a man, not so much out of love, but out of partnership. And you trading your sex for his resources or whatever. They the tricks, you the hoe. Don't get mad I put it like that. But it's a reality. If you ain't dealing with that man just out of pure love, admiration, stuff like that, you dealing with him because you know what, he'll keep the rent paid and all of that, or he got some other resource or something that you want. No, that's a trick hole relationship. And he can lie, and if that's what he's offering, he's a trick. But see, I'm talking about this y'all side of it. Because I know people may not like that term hoe and everything, but are you getting with that guy out of love, or are you getting out with that guy because he's willing to drive you around? He's willing to pay your rent. He's willing to keep you in a home and keep your bills paid. Not because you actually want to be with him. Because they put it like this. This is how you know. If he stopped providing whatever you wanted, you be ready to go. Are you going to sit if there's a bad time, he go through some stuff, you still going to stick with him through thick and thin? If that ain't the case, you don't got a real love for him, like a real love. And when I say love, I don't mean just some lust. I mean like you have admiration for him. You got respect. You got tolerance. You have forgiveness. If you don't have all of that, it's a trick hole relationship. And who's hurt by this? You are. Let me say it again. You hurt by it. Any woman, like you got women up here talking about they want to level up, get the bag, but ultimately you hurt by that. Because you got to close off a part of yourself, a part of your heart to even deal with that person. You wouldn't be, because seriously, women who get into that, they know they wouldn't want to deal with that man if he didn't have that money. They know they wouldn't want to deal with that man. He didn't show a willingness to pay the bills and all that stuff, buy them gifts. So you cutting off a part of yourself. Yeah, you getting one thing, but then are you being fulfilled spiritually? I'm going to say it again. Are you being fulfilled spiritually? You got to shut off something there, And usually in those type of relationships, the woman is constantly having sex with a man that she's not even attracted to emotionally or physically. So what's that going to do for you after a while? Ladies, let me go deep. Some of y'all might follow me on my Deep Thought channel, but that's going to mess your head up. Let me say that again. That's going to mess your head up. That's going to mess your heart up. Because you got to put on a mask. Because in order to do it, you got to put on a mask. You got to pretend like, oh, yeah, he doing something, keep that money flowing. Oh, yeah, to keep that lifestyle he might have you in. You got to lie to yourself. You got to fake it. Because a guy, he ain't some dummy. He knows something. He can feel it if you try to start faking it. Shoot. Or at least don't lay there. Some guys don't care. But I'll talk to the guys about that. You being hurt by that, that's hurting you in the long run. Your spirit's dying. And I've seen it in some women. They get in those relationships and sometimes they'll be with that guy a long time. Then when they get older in a place where they can take care of themselves, they roll out. And I can see it in them. You can see it in them. When women do that, I can see it in their spirit, how they look, how they carry themselves, how their bodies even look. Because it starts messing with you mentally. That's why so many ladies, let's be real. I got co-sign me on this. That's why a lot of women are in therapy. And I do give it to y'all ladies. Y'all will go to therapy. But you in therapy because you got with that guy for the wrong reasons. You didn't get with him because of his spirit, his admiration, his responsibility, the tolerance you had for him. You got with him because he had that 401k. And I've actually heard women talk about, oh, yeah, get with that guy. He got benefits. Be looking for benefits and everything. Yeah, but what's that doing to your spirit? And I'm going to tell you what, sometimes that affects other things. Like say you get with that guy for that reason, you pop out a baby for him. Yeah, you might love that child or something, but then on the other hand, there's plenty of women. They start getting a resentment. That it comes out subtly against the father and the child. And I'm going to tell you one way that happens, this halfway need to be another podcast. It's not talked about enough, but there's a lot of men who purposely get a woman pregnant. Who purposely do whatever they can. And then the woman, she got to live with that. And she might have some underlying resentment against the man and the child. But why were you with him to begin with? This guy wasn't the guy you wanted. And I ain't even talking about just a physical lust thing. I'm talking about on a spiritual level, because that's where it worked. Because even with lust, one thing about lust, just pure lust, it fades out at some point. It will fade out. But, when you're talking about the spirit, the admiration, the friendship, like this guy, like many of these women will get with because of the resources. If you were to say, well, if he have that, would you even be just friends with this guy? Would you really want this guy to be around? Because let's be real. Because during the lockdowns of the past year, there were a lot of marriages that broke up. Because the women were like, oh, wait a minute, I'm spending more time with this person. I don't even like this person. It should have been the other way around. It's like, oh, you get the time to spend with it. Because let's be real, how some of these strict relationships and ultimately marriages work. You with that person, how much time y'all actually spend together? They working hard. You might be working and everything. You getting what you want on a material basis. But you ain't spending time. Shoot, you'll probably go to bed at night avoiding sex. Y'all ain't spending time. How much time y'all really talking? What, hour over dinner? If even that much? You might do some stuff together, especially if you have kids. Shoot, it goes away from focusing on each other. And then there's just a whole bunch of problems there. But why you there in the first place? The resources, not him. Because, ladies, I'm going to tell you what. I would always say start first with the man that you can actually get along with and deal with outside of anything else he brings, outside of his resources and outside of his sex. You need to like that man first. Just like him. It should always start there. In fact, the best relationships start out as friendships. It should start there. Take the sex out of the equation, take the money out of the equation. Because then that's when the spirit come in. Because I'm going to tell you what, here's a secret, ladies. You start with that character, everything else will come. Because a man who has love for you, he's going to provide you with that stuff. In fact, it will energize him to work hard to provide you with that stuff. Because that's how a man gives. That's how we show our love. So you start with the character first. And plus, a real man going to be working and take care of stuff anyway. But start with that. You want to have both. Because you start with the character, you start with the spirit, the money will come. The money will come. If he's a righteous man. And definitely a man doing what he's supposed to do. And so there's nothing wrong with that. But don't make the primary, the first thing, the money and the resources. And you trading for it. Because ultimately that hurts you. And I really want y'all to think about that, all right? Because, Uncle Rom, I'm going to tell you the real stuff. I ain't going to tell you some bull and everything. Like certain names I'm not going to mention on here, but we might know, y'all might know who I'm talking about. And just to be clear, the person's muscular. I'll leave it at that. So I ain't going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. So many of y'all being hurt by that type of relationship. Always look at the man's spirit first. Everything else will come. All right? So that's all I got for now. I'll talk to y'all ladies later. Peace and blessings.